Welcome, crypto fam, to No One Daily Bitcoin Pod. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, as well as Bitcoin leads first major weekly crypto ETP outflows of this year at $430 million. We'll also be discussing why Bitcoin is better than the Fort Knox gold, which hasn't been audited in roughly 60 years. We'll also be discussing Sleuth says new evidence links Jack Dorsey to Bitcoin like never before. Is Jack Dorsey Satoshi? We'll be discussing this, as well as Argentine lawyers hit Javier Milei with fraud charges over a class action Libra lawsuit. Other headlines: meme coin critics only bitch when left out of the insider deals, according to the Libra founder, who was just interviewed by CoffeeZilla, in which I watched this morning. I'll be breaking this down for you, as well as Libra creators tied to Melania and other short-lived meme coins. All this. We'll also be discussing the latest from the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Keiser, as well as Bitcoin's path to 1.5 million. ARK invests ultra-bullish Bitcoin roadmap via Cathie Wood. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Welcome, everyone, to the live stream. Make some noise in that live chat. Happy President's Day. It is Monday, and yeah, it's a holiday. So good to have everyone here with us. Shout out everyone in that live chat. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Let me know if the stream is loud and clear. I'm going to be streaming over the next couple of hours, and I'm going to go ahead and pin the stream at the top of the X profile, as we do every day. That way it's super easy for you guys to find. 1, 2, 3. It's officially pinned. And if you guys can comment or quote the live stream, all comments and quotes will get reposted and shouted out, and I'll even follow you back. And I can also repost you from my secondary account, BTC News Alerts, as well. So thank you guys in advance. Shout out Brian Reed, Ashley Amon, hey JB and the Crypto Fam. And let me know if you guys saw some exclusive footage we've been leaking on X from the 100K Bitcoin Fiesta. Chandy just dropped an epic 30-second video of this guy Thomas, like a Silk Road Bitcoin OG, just sharing his heart, and it's fantastic. I just reposted it. Make sure you guys are following everyone who attended the party, Chandy 10 Music, Crypto Surge, the rest of the fam. Yeah, you'll enjoy that. Haha, watch how fast Bitcoin climbs when Elon finds there is no gold at Fort Knox. Surprise, surprise, mofos. We will be touching upon that as well. We know the Bitcoin network gets audited every 10 minutes without a hiccup since the inception of the Genesis block. Meanwhile, gold reserves haven't been audited in roughly 60 motherfucking years. What do you think can go wrong there? Criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
And quoting Max Keiser, the Bishop of Bitcoin, one of my favorite quotes: Bitcoin is the collective unconsciousness, and we are headed to the Bitcoin singularity. And here's a photo of my boy Bring Facts. Got my mom in the background and myself from the 100K Fiesta. Shout out to Max Keiser on the repost. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Let's freaking go. Not feeling the corny music? You can exit. It's all good in the hood. Find a channel where you enjoy the music. I love Chandy Jams personally, or otherwise we wouldn't be exclusively playing the Chandy Jams each and every day. But yeah, that's like a throwback, like 60s, 70s retro theme track, but everyone loves it, including myself. Welcome those just joining us. JB, how many chess games did you win today? Ironic you asked, but I didn't get to play today. I was running around and doing some things. Typically, I would play a few games before the stream. Then after Fort Knox empties, the lockers are empty. Where do you think the peeps will run for a store value? Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Shout out to the one and only Harry Balls. I mean, we got the greatest usernames that have ever existed on the interweb. I love me some Harry Balls. In the chat, of course, not in real life.
tropics, the air so sweet, swaying to the rhythm with the Bitcoin beat. JV's on the court, he's calling the plays, me and Serge ballin',
winning all day. And of course, you guys are the bomb diggity. Shout out Sergio, #1 Bitcoin caps that there are. You can find at bitcoincaps.net. And also Crypto Surge, Chandy 10, Bitcoin Paul Revere, and the rest of the fam. This is the clip of Thomas she just posted. You guys got to check that one out if you haven't seen it. You'll find it on my timeline or Chandy's timeline or Serge's timeline, etc. But just hitting everyone up with a repost. Yeah, enjoy this music. This was actually a track created for the 100K Bitcoin Fiesta. My favorite song, Ashley says. Awesome. Love from India. Shout out India.
winning all day. Starlit sky, strawberry moon, dancing to the whispers of a bitty tune. Thirsty under a Puerto Rican hunger moon.
Libra scales tip to Aquarius charm. It's Bitcoin astrology, we're disarmed. Manifesting lasting connections on this golden shore, this legendary perfection. So good we're craving more.
Give me more.
Coconuts crack, the fire pit's dragging. Flame lit, Spinderella spins and the fam's feeling.
Hot dealers unite, Puerto Rican delight. This is our night, keeping it tight.
Puerto Rico nights under Satoshi skies. Just try to stop this good time.
It's the number 11, won't you come with me to the party, I mean.
No bad wolf's gonna try, but bitty wolves
You can't deny.
from Bitcoin live streams to juicy by the sea wet dreams.
Strawberry juicy,
Sexy vacation. It's an
sexcation.
oceanfront kind of ecstasy. It's a 100K moist bitty dream.
Puerto Rico, Bitcoin doing.
This feels right, no diddy. It feels tight.
So drippy. But yeah, shout out all you guys. I'm hitting everyone up, reposting everyone. Let's blow up this stream today. Already close to 400 people on the live. We haven't even began yet. Again, I'm streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube, and I will be streaming over the course of the next couple of hours. And if you like the song we're playing, Chandy just dropped a direct link to the YouTube video. There's a fantastic video that goes along with the song. Make sure you subscribe. #1 Bitcoin Music, Chandy 10 Music over on YouTube and on X. Let's go. And welcome again, everyone just joining us, but let's kick off the show, shall we? If you're new to the stream, important to smash the likes, go ahead, subscribe, then hit that bell icon, turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto newsletters every single day, 7 days a week, just like this. Today is pod episode number 1908. I'm your host, JV. It is Monday, President's Day, so happy President's Day. It's February 17th, 2025. Markets are correcting. Bitcoin maintaining above 95,600 at the time of the live stream, but down roughly 1,400 on the day. And kicking it off with our market watch as we do each and every day, you should be able to see Coin 360 on your screen. Bitcoin 95.8. We have Ether finally back in the green above 2,700. But very modest gain on the day as the majority of the alts are correcting and in the red. Checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap sits at 3.17 trillion. The Bitcoin market cap just shy of 1.9 trillion. We got roughly 93 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours, up 63% on the day. And the Bitcoin dominance is 59.7% with the Ether dominance at 10.3%. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours, we got Sonic up 7.5%, Optimism up 6%, and Bera up 5%. Let me know which alts, if any, you're bullish on for the bull. Holla. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective on the daily, and I would dare say maybe 60-40 red over green. Zooming out on the monthly, it's like 90-10 Rec City red over green. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, today we're at 51 neutral, yesterday at 54, last week at 43, and last month at 77 in extreme greed. And checking out the time chain calendar, we have 165,800 blocks until the next halving of 2028, and we're on block height number 884,200, and you can currently exchange one fiat monopoly dollar for 1,045 sats. So pick up the sats, put down the gats, and pick up some Bitcoin caps from my man Sergio over at bitcoincaps.net. And if you don't know, now you know. And again, welcome everyone just joining the live stream. Let's blow up this chat. And for those that don't know, the commenting feed is coming from YouTube. I know the majority of my audience is watching on X, like 95% of my audience. But if you want to interact and participate in the chat, you got to visit the YouTube channel, the direct link, cryptonewsalerts.net. I would encourage you, if you're on two devices, such as a computer and you have a mobile phone, how I do things, open up YouTube on your computer and then open up X on your phone, and that way you guys can interact and still share and have best of both worlds. Because not YouTube, but the X commenting isn't built the same as YouTube. It kind of sucks, and most people can't figure it out. So we always use the YouTube commenting for the live stream, which you see on the screen. Even though we're streaming on 3 platforms, the only comments you're seeing is coming from the YouTube feed. So that's how I would recommend you navigate the live stream.
So drippy, I wanna hear you cry out my name. I wanna make you feel the bang bang.
Ding dong on my door, watch how I answer, I wanna soar.
Puerto Rico nights under Satoshi skies, just try to stop this good time. No bad wolf's gonna try, but bitty wolves
You can't deny.
from Bitcoin live streams to juicy by the sea wet dreams.
Strawberry juicy.
This sexy vacation. It's an oceanfront kind of ecstasy. It's a 100K moist bitty dream.
Tell me more, boss man. My bitty king turns me on. Bitcoin. We're rebels, we're dreamers, we're the Bitcoin tribe. Living for the moment, I'm riding the rocket.
Riding the rocket, living the bitty life. 51 is the part where there is an intruder in the house and you're deciding whether to run or Rambo it. Welcome, Adam. Welcome, Ryder Well, Jerome Smith, Sweet Bitty McGee in the building. Shout out Chris FX. What it do? Shout out Darth Melda. We have a lot of our OG family here in the live chat, which I love to see. 600 people already on the stream. Next up, we're going to be pulling up some of the live charts, do a little bit of astrology for the broskies, as we like to do. But yeah, massive love, everyone. Good to have you here with us. Shout out Crypto Surge, of course. Jerome, welcome, and the rest of the Bitty fam.
Living the bitty vibe. Bitty chemistry, bitty up. No diddy, get it up. Getting wet with our Bitcoin. Doing, we're going coin.
Bambalam bitty fam.
And a question, do you guys think they'll actually audit the auditors, like the SEC, the regulators? That was something I saw earlier. Elon said something like that. Let's audit the IRS or audit the SEC, Securities and Exchange Committee. I say we audit them all. Let's audit all the auditors and hold them accountable. Let's see how transparent and honest they truly are, shall we? Let's audit Gary Gensler while we're at it as well. I'd love to hear those behind the scenes conversations between him and Bankman-Fried. You feel what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Darth. She says, love the drip. Appreciate it. This is a throwback. I got this when I stayed 30 days in Thailand, but this was like a decade ago. So very long time ago, like 9-10 years ago. And I still have it. I like it because it's a local garment I got in Thailand, and I had such a great time out there. So I still rock it with respect. And what are your guys' thoughts with the gold and we will touch upon this story here shortly, but what are your thoughts on the Fort Knox gold? Do you think it's all just sitting there, even though it hasn't been audited in 60 years? Or do you think they're missing it? Do you think it's all gone? Do you think it's been replaced with tungsten? Let me know your honest thoughts. And bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada Bitcoin. I'm still reposting you guys. Mr. Corvette, hi peeps, let's go. It's time for the news. Thank you, brother. Just reposted you. Like and repost. Nobody listens to me. I am still shadow banned. Oh no. Well, thank you nonetheless, Buzzhead. I am following you and I appreciate the support. We live. Thank you, Bring Facts. Make sure you guys are following Bring Facts. He has a new account, OG Bring Facts. And Captain Milo, best live Bitcoin news around. Show JV some love. Thank you, brother. Right back at you. Shout out Maria, 1.5 million Bitcoin. That's some ultra bullish optimism. Let's see if ARK's vision plays out. Shout out Ashley Alman, the one and only. Shout out Shortcoin Von Racer, who is Thomas, by the way. Shout out Brian, Bitcoin to pump this week. Shout out Shaz. Hey, JV, followed you for years, doing great from Oz. Shout out all my Aussies and Kiwis out there on that side of the world. Shout out East Afro King. Shout out Steve W. Best Crypto News Alert channel, hands down, stay passive. Shout out Adam Taylor, Darth Melda, and the rest of the Biddy family. But let's continue and dive into today's astrology for the broskies. Already 700 people on the stream, so appreciate you. Shout out DJ Wednesday. Big up Biddy crew. Puerto Rico in the building. Shout out Laura Hyman. Welcome to the live stream. Laser Cat with his eyes on his sats. JB, about 2015, German population decided the German gold should come back from the UK. The US to Germany took 3 years, so I guess at that time, no gold in the US. Womp womp. Crazy, right? But anyways, yeah, some astrology for the broskies. Let's pull up some of the live charts. We'll start with the 1 minute, work our way back. So here on the 1 minute chart, this is live and in the flesh via Coinbase, via TradingView. For those that don't know, Coinbase is the largest crypto exchange, at least in the United States. So we typically use this for our charts. But as you can see, we do have a target sitting at 96.9 on the 1 minute chart. We're currently sitting just above 95.7 in the flesh. And we also have a green target just north of where we're currently at, but still just shy of 96. And zooming out from the 1 minute, we'll go to the 1 hour. 1 hour chart has a rising wedge formation. It's been trading sideways here today and a little downwards, but nonetheless, we still have some bull targets you can see on your screen. One of them in the blue, sitting just shy of 106,000, which would take us about 3,000 away from price discovery, which means the current all-time high. Next leg up, in my humble opinion, is going to take us between 120 to 130,000 once we could re-enter price discovery. And checking out the red target, also bullish, just shy of 104,000. All this on the 1 hour chart. Zooming out from here, take a quick look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour chart says we're going up forever, JV. There is the orange bull target of 130,000. Let me know when you feel we'll likely reach this target. And we do have some other targets as well as a rising wedge. We have 109,000 target, which would take us right back to price discovery. And we also have the red bull target just shy of 104,000. Zooming out from the 4 hour, take a quick look at the daily. The daily chart has been also ranging sideways. No specific bull targets here, but we do got some bear targets. One of them at 68.7. Now, the only bullish, influencer that I can think of is Arthur Hayes right now. He's been calling for 70,000 before we rip forward, but I'm skeptical and sus. I don't think we hit that bottom target. I personally feel the bottom is in, but what do I know? You guys let me know your thoughts. And zooming out from the daily, take a quick look at the weekly. The weekly chart says we have 124,000 cup and handle target in play. We did get a weekly close yesterday, Sunday around 6 p.m. and it looks like it was an itty bitty red candle. And zooming out from the weekly, here's a quick look at the monthly. And on the monthly chart, as you can see, thus far for February, we're forming an itty bitty red. Last month for January was itty bitty green. December, itty bitty red. And November was the most bullish candle we have seen since the inception of the Genesis block. And if you don't know, now you know. And again, welcome everyone joining the live stream. Looks like we got 800 people already here. If you guys can repost this, I greatly appreciate it. Over on X, and if you're not participating in the chat, I encourage you to visit the YouTube channel as we're streaming live on X, Rumble, and the Tube. Let's freaking go. Yeah, I mean, all the gold. I've read stories and reports over the years where gold is missing. The Chinese finagled some gold and put tungsten, which is a cheap heavy metal. Yeah, I mean, who knows? What if all those gold bars are just tungsten, gold plated, or not even gold plated? Who really knows? If you don't audit the auditors, don't you think corruption will manifest? They say power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. So I don't trust any of it. I'm extremely suspect and skeptical of the gold reserves, and I think we should audit them 100%. Greg says Bitcoin versus gold since inception 16 years ago, Bitcoin's up 140 million %. In the same period, gold is up 220%. Choose wisely. Meanwhile, the haters will say, but Bitcoin's so volatile. Yeah, I don't mind the volatility going up 140 million %. I don't mind it at all. You know what I mean? 220% gains for gold. Hilarious. So every 4 years, Bitcoin adds a zero to the value. Right after the cycle of 1 million, we're looking at 10 million by... Now we're talking, Chris. You're speaking my language. Shout out Tom Beasley, the one and only. I appreciate you joining the HODL gang. HODL gang. HODL gang. This gong strikes for you, brother. Shout out Thomas, a.k.a. the ghost of Satoshi. Appreciate that, brother. Passive welcome, and those just joining the live stream, what's good? There hasn't been an audited since 1974. During the audit was only of one room. Wow. And there was a black and white photo for their proof of work. Hilarious. Next to be looked at by Doge is the Pentagon. Good. Audit all of the auditors. I made that tweet earlier. I just said, audit all the auditors. Let's go. Hit that gong. You got it, Mr. Corvette. 100 by 2036. 100 what? 100 million? But gold could jump to 10,000 within a day. If the loss is confirmed, says Laser Cat, well, if it ended up being more scarce, but we all know they could always find more gold. They just have to, invest more resources into digging it from the ground. Bukele, about a month or two ago, announced that he believes they're sitting on like roughly $3 trillion worth of unmined, untapped gold. What do you think Bukele will do with that gold? Get rid of that shit and trade it for the biddy. The hardest asset ever known to mankind. I mean... what else would the philosopher king do? Satoshi must be partying like a rock star, always. Why Bitcoin's so low the last few weeks? I think it's all relative. I mean, 1 year ago at this time, I remember hitting 50,000. So are we really that low? I think we get spoiled because Bitcoin rips so fast and all of a sudden we cut through the 70s, 80s, 90s. We're at 109,000. Then we crack to 100,000 and people are like, oh my God, why is the price stuck? Remember where the price was last year. Remember where the price was 4 years ago. Remember where the price was 8 years ago. We're doing pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. What's going on, everyone? Shout out to the Matt Man. Chandy, what it do? Good to have you here. We appreciate you sharing some of that footage of the content. Also, for those of you who attended the party today, I sent out the professional photos, roughly 400 or so. If you didn't get them, reach out to me and I'll respond back with the Google Drive link. That way you guys have all those memories for life. And I'll be leaking and dripping more and more photos and content and video footage from the 100K Fiesta. It could take months because there's so much footage, but nonetheless, that's why we enjoy these parties and get-togethers, and you guys can't miss the next one or you're really missing out. Jerome says 4,950 tons of gold according to the last accurate count of the gold in the tons. Word up.
They flew through the FUD. They knew they were lunar bound. They played in and slung a little mud. What they did was have each other six and spit out the Bitcoin sound. They spread hope with their Dragon fam, singing ditty jammy jams, working with their fifth Lev G Dragon family, JVC and Nate family. HODL gang Dragon so legendary. They flew through wars and political storms. Satoshi armed, fire-breathing champions of the Bitcoin, sharing the message.
And one of my favorite Chandy jams right there called Dragons. And there's a phenomenal video that goes along with that track. Passive, I've been here, but YouTube didn't like my debit card, so I haven't been able to buy my membership, says Ashley. JV, shout out Thomas. He joined the HODL gang above. Of course, we just hit the gong for Thomas and showing him a lot of love. We appreciate his support, of course. Gold is jewelry. Bitcoin is the future. Well said. Well said. Dragons, so legendary. That's right. Shout out Matt Man, the rest of the fam. But let's continue with some of the headlines now that we got the astrology for the broskies out of the way. Next story headline reads, after the, what is it called? The freeze frame, of course. Bitcoin leads the first major weekly crypto exchange traded product outflows of the year at 430 million. That's right. Crypto ETPs recorded 415 million of outflows at the past trading week. Probably a part of the reason why we haven't been pumping, with Bitcoin leading the sell-off with 430 million of outflows. Bitcoin ETPs are bleeding, which was softened by the inflows of the ETPs tracking the alts, such as Solana, XRP, and SUI. CoinShares research head James Butterfield attributed the outflows to the macroeconomic concerns, specifically the U.S. Fed Chairman Jay Powell's remarks urging patience on rate cuts, along with the higher than expected U.S. inflation data. The crypto ETP outflows last week ended in a 19-week inflow streak, which began amid optimism surrounding the U.S. presidential election. The multi-week inflow streak resulted in crypto investment products amassing 29.4 billion, far surpassing the 16 billion, which was recorded in the first 19 weeks of the U.S. spot ETF launches that began January 11th of last year. Now, I mean, this chart says it all here. Weekly crypto asset inflows by the numbers of the week in late 2024 and early 2025. Now, also, analysts said Bitcoin is highly sensitive to the interest rate expectations, and thus it bore the brunt of investor outflows. Interestingly, there are no corresponding inflows into the short Bitcoin products, which instead saw outflows of 9.6 million. Solana and XRP leading the inflows. Ironic enough, Ether ETP saw a minor outflow of 7 billion last week. Other alts such as Solana and XRP were the biggest winners. Solana saw the largest inflows of any asset, probably because a lot of these meme coins that are launched, the pump and dumps, are on the Solana network, is my 2 Satoshis on that one. Even I think the Javier Milei Libra coin was also a Solana meme coin as well. So Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Balchunas and James Seyfarth said the Solana ETF has a 75% chance of approval by the SEC this year in 2025, and they gave XRP a 65% chance. So there you have it. And next up, we'll be discussing Bitcoin versus gold and Fort Knox and auditing the auditors and all that. Then we'll get into like what's going on in Argentina with the president, lawsuits as a result of the Libra rug pull. And of course, our feature story of today, we'll be discussing ARK Invest's 1.5 million price prediction coming from Cathie Wood and ARK Invest. And of course, we got so much more to share in between that. And then we'll do some live Q&A. Welcome everyone join the live stream. Over 1,000 people live and in the flesh. Exactly, Mr. Corvette says Solana is the shitcoin. JV, you must be a bit surprised yourself that the biddy has not moved after all of this acquisitions from the big guys, right? Nothing surprises me. I've been here every day since I found Bitcoin in 2017, so I've already seen it all. I don't mind at all Bitcoin at sub 100,000. Again, to put things into perspective, last year at this time, we were at 50,000. So Bitcoin's up 100% from last year. So I don't mind it at all. When Bitcoin rips, it's just going to be that much bigger. You know what I mean? So maybe we shoot up God candle style, Omega candle, Satoshi candle, Nippinator candle, send it. But I'm ready for whatever comes my ways. Zoom out if you're in doubt why Bitcoin is in slow moving. Yeah, exactly. Bitcoin's been on a 16-year bull run. All I got to do is zoom out to see the tail of the tape. Actually, all the shit coins, but our Bitcoin, pretty much. Markets are closed today because of the holiday. Yeah. Not the Bitcoin markets. Obviously, Bitcoin markets never close. Bitcoin's a 24/7 ordeal. However, traditional legacy markets, I'm pretty sure, should be closed today alongside the banks, the post office, and all that. You feel me? They first started using the paper fiat to pay the soldiers that were stationed away from their homes and a local bank. Zoom out. Bitcoin forms the nice steps this cycle. JV is the OG of the Bitcoin. Mad love and respect right back at you. Short coin.
Lighting Bitcoin flames, fire breathing, truth preaching, fighting for financial hope and currency change. Music lit, words so hot only a dragon could spit. Lit, lit, rip, rip, lit, lit, rip, rip. Fiat was burning and Bitcoin was on fire. The tide was turning, they had spent some time learning. They had a yearning for victory through the earning. They had tickets for an outer space flight, launching from a VIP dragon-only rocket station. Prep for feeling a Milky Way high kind of delight, doing da-dung moon, just a pit stop, but they had to be patient. The Bitcoin Dragon team isn't weak, they're not greedy, they are unique, they're not sheep.
Dragons aren't sheep, Right, Shandy? No fiat came into existence by the Templar Knights.
Yeah, dragons aren't sheep.
Da-da-diddy doing doing, so they knew they weren't done with their work. No time to take a vacay.
And again, welcome everyone joining us. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. 1,100 people here, just covering all the latest news and the headlines with the Fammy Fam. Thank you guys for holding it down. All comments and quotes on the live stream on X do get reposted, and I'll shout you guys out. We appreciate it. That's how we hack the algorithm and orange pill the masses. But next story, let's discuss this Fort Knox ordeal. Headline reads, Bitcoin fixes this. Here's why Bitcoin is better than the Fort Knox gold. And I'll share with you a couple of tweets, and then we'll dive into the story. Someone shared the other day, Senator Rand Paul calls on Elon Musk's Doge to audit the U.S. gold reserves at Fort Knox to ensure it's really still there. My first instinct, I reposted, I highly doubt the Fort Knox gold reserves are all still there, because unlike the Bitcoin network, which gets audited every 10 minutes, gold has not been audited in over 60 years. And someone wrote here earlier, this was actually breaking news, the Reserve Bank of Australia confirmed the existence of fake gold bars being held at the Bank of England. Don't trust, verify, hashtag Bitcoin. So if there's fake gold bars sitting at the Bank of Australia, I'm pretty confident there's going to be fake gold bars everywhere where it's not audited. Shout out Max Kaiser for bringing this story to my attention. And now let's dive a little deeper. The crypto community is rallying around a renewed push for an audit of the U.S. gold reserves stored at Fort Knox, as Senator Rand Paul calls on Elon's Department of Government Efficiency to investigate. The Kentucky senator on February 16th invited Doge to conduct a gold reserve audit of Fort Knox to ensure it actually stores 147 million ounces of U.S. Department or Treasury gold, which is roughly 4,600 tons. Good Lord. Imagine trying to travel with that. Crazy. Paul's calls to audit Fort Knox reserves came in response to Musk addressing a query from the libertarian financial blog Zero Hedge, which highlighted that the reserves have been unchecked for 50 years, since 1974. What can go wrong there? Subject to many conspiracy theories, the question of Fort Knox gold reserves makes a good use case for Bitcoin, which many Bitcoin advocates, including Senator Cynthia Lummis, say Bitcoin fixes this. That's a fact, Jack. Wyoming Senator Lummis shared to reiterate her call to establish a state Bitcoin reserve of the U.S., quoting her here, Bitcoin fixes this. A Bitcoin reserve could be audited anytime, 24/7 with a basic computer. That's right. And the entire network is audited. Every 10 minutes, we get a new block. So unlike physical gold, which requires external audits and trust from third parties that don't deserve our trust, Bitcoin allows anyone to verify ownership, supply, and transactions on the blockchain without the need for intermediaries. Run your own node, broskies. Now, with gold, you have to trust the auditor. And guess what? I don't trust the auditors. Do you guys? With Bitcoin, anyone can be the auditor. And that's very well said. Despite its historical status as a universal store value, gold faced issues with counterfeiting. Well, of course, while the U.S. holds the largest gold reserves globally, concerns over the fake gold bars have emerged in the recent years. And with gold prices constantly rising, cases of fake gold have not been uncommon. Back in 2019, the CEO of Swiss Metals Refinery, Valcombe, acknowledged that gold forgeries were increasingly sophisticated, suggesting thousands of fake gold bars may have gone undetected. And over the years, I've read tons of stories with gold bars being replaced by tungsten and things of this nature. That's why this does not come as a surprise to yours truly. But in contrast, Bitcoin cannot be faked or diluted. You can't fake the bitty. Only 21 million Bitcoin will ever exist, with each Satoshi, the smallest unit of Bitcoin, being trackable on chain. That's right. One bitty can be divided by 100 million Satoshis. Now, quoting Max Kaiser right here, the one and only, you can't counterfeit Bitcoin. It is the only perfect hard money medium of exchange humanity has ever encountered. To own some is to declare freedom from tyranny and governments while declaring sovereignty of self. Very well said. Bitcoin provides individual sovereignty. We cannot say the same about gold and fiat, which perpetuates war and violence. And if you don't know, now you know. Crypto broskies. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think the gold is really all there, or do you think they pulled the fast one? Holla at your boy. And the other question, do you think they'll actually audit the gold reserves? As a former auditor, I am offended. I'm sorry to hear that, Lace. No disrespect to the auditors doing their job, making, decent livings doing so. I'm talking about there's probably people who are paying the auditors to do crooked things, I would imagine, because the lizard folk are at the very top and they're just not honest people, is all I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's not that the U.S. government is bad people, because it's made up of a collective of individuals that are hardworking, good individuals. I know people who work for the government who I love. But the thing is, the people in control of the U.S. government are maybe not that trustworthy. That's all I'm trying to say. So no disrespect to the auditors, but I think we should keep everyone accountable and just audit the auditors. Why not? Just saying. It's long gone, says Jerome Smith. Yeah, my guess, it disappeared decades ago, and it's probably all fake. My assumption. But what do I know? I'm just a conspiracy theory. I forgot to wear my tinfoil hat, but I got the CNA Biddy hat on today. But anyways, you guys let me know your thoughts. I'll read your comments out loud. Welcome everyone joining the live stream. We got 1,200 people live and in the flesh.
But soon they did pause to applaud the 100K. Puerto Rico bound, the dragon wings rested, and they were taking it easy on a private jet. Whoa, underdawning in Puerto Rico. Then they got back to work. You can't stall or tame a Bitcoin dragon. A number 10 mountain bird dragon. Whenever back down, a CNA dragon will always stand its ground, breathing fire to protect the house.
Oh yeah, and last night with my mom, we watched a great must-see, excellent Max Keiser interview. I shared it. I know Chandy reposted it. You'll find it on my timeline on X. But Max is in a golf cart and he's given a tour, and he actually gives an inside tour of the Huddle House studio. That was my very first time seeing that. I think that video was shot right about a month before the event, which I attended, the Max and Stacy Invitational, but I didn't realize he gave like an inside tour. So if you guys missed that, you got to check it out. Max even reveals Satoshi's true identity. So I'm not going to do a spoiler alert and tell you who it is, but you have to watch that interview. It is that good. And there's a reason I posted it last night. Can you say 96? We're going to the moon, baby. The only thing in Fort Knox is Jimmy Hoffa. Peoples don't see it, eh? Bitcoin going higher and higher. No, I only want to overcome all the FUD, and I know I will be online every day. I am not frozen, says Lasercat. Word up. A Delta plane crashed in Toronto. Oh no, another one? What's going on with all these plane crashes? That's very sad to hear. So this just happened, Brian? I didn't hear of that yet. You go, JV. I love the pod. Thank you, RH Media. I appreciate the support. Respect. Thank you for tuning in and being part of the Biddy fam, the CNA fam, here at the Bitcoin Cafe, holding it down each and every day.
The Huddle House, these dragons were given the gift of a flame, meant to light the world orange, painting a brighter picture with the Bitcoin vision.
And we just smashed 1,200 live viewers. A reminder, we're on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Anyone who comments or quotes the live stream over on X will get reposted and shouted out in real time. And it's simple to do for those who have never reposted a stream before. You're going to notice the stream pinned at the very top of the profile. And notice we have a 100% heart to repost ratio, 1919. That's unheard of. That's godly. So thank you guys. I owe it all to you. And I'm going to repost my own stream here. So now you notice there's 20 reposts. So to repost, you just hit the two arrows next to the heart and it'll say repost or quote. I suggest you guys drop a quote because then I can repost the quote and then our Biddy fam can do the same thing. And this is how we hack the algorithm and get thousands of people on each and every stream. If you don't know, now you know. But if you don't want to put a quote and you feel a little lazy, it's acceptable. Just hit the repost button. It still counts as a repost. I just can't repost your repost of the repost on the repost. Capiche? Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. But I appreciate it. Shout out Bitstack P. Greatly appreciate you, broski. Shout out BTCTs. Thank you, brother. Best Bitcoin news and music around. Hands down. So shout out Chandy 10 Music. We appreciate you producing the #1 Bitcoin music on the planet.
Dragon, dragon, never underestimate a Bitcoin dragon's God-guided passion or its loyalty to humanity and Satoshi. Dragons, 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 our flame is your light burning bright on fire, guiding you to the Bitcoin truth, the Satoshi light. Yeah! 2024 year of the dragon, hear it roar. Bitcoin, hear it roar. Dragons, hear them roar. Huddle gang, hear them roar. Peanut Fred, hear them roar. Candy 10, hear a roar. Paper, hear a roar. JV, hear a roar. Nipsey, hear hear him roar. CNA family, hear them roar. Satoshi, hear him roar. Ross, hear him roar. Bitcoin kids, hear them roar. Wise owls, hear them warn. Bitcoin, watch it soar, soar, soar. Going, we've won this war. 2024, we don't slay dragons. We are dragons that slay. It's the Bitcoin way. It's the Bitcoin slang. It's the Bitcoin play. Do yourself a favor, listen to what we say. Dragon.
This song is fire. Bitcoin's going higher. Amen to that. It's going up forever, Laura. A wise man named Sailor once said.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset.
There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin. And it goes doing. JB, how's the fur kid doing? He's doing well. He probably ran downstairs. He's with my mama, but he's doing very well. He's feeling 100% again, looking 100%. So thank you guys for the prayers for the new chairman of the SEC, the one and only Nippinator. Maybe he'll come upstairs and give us a Nippinator indicator before the end of the stream. The last complete audit of the gold was 1950. Damn, after the crash in 1929. What could go wrong there? But anyways, it's 4:44. Here in Puerto Rico right now. Again, welcome everyone joining the stream. We got over 1,300 people here watching live. Let's continue with the headlines. Next story of the day. Some believe Jack Dorsey to be Satoshi Nakamoto. So this article caught my attention. Sleuth says new evidence links Jack Dorsey to Bitcoin like never before. He does walk around with that Satoshi shirt all the time, just saying. American entrepreneur Jack Dorsey has again been theorized as secretly being Bitcoin's anonymous creator, Satoshi Nakamoto, in a X post sparking debate again over the one of crypto's biggest mysteries to date. Now, February 15th, the post said president and chief editor of the financial news website Debanked compiled a large list of facts, numbers, and dates related to Bitcoin, and he says it also connected to Dorsey, who has been one of Bitcoin's strongest advocates for over a decade. Others, however, argue the evidence is not definitive. Jack Dorsey, who co-founded Twitter, now known as X, and digital payment firm Square, denied being Satoshi in an April 2020 interview with computer scientist and podcaster Lex Friedman, stating, "No, and if I were, would I tell you?" That's exactly what Satoshi would say. I'm just saying. However, Murray says he believes Dorsey is probably Satoshi, noting Dorsey had shown cypherpunk tendencies since at least 96. The same year, Kaiser had the patent on digital currencies. If you don't know, look that one up. While studying computer science at college, such as wearing Hashcash inventor Adam Back's RSA shirt, while later writing a manifesto in 2001 about making a mark in the world without leaving a trace. I mean, that's pretty powerful words right there. But one of Murray's most notable observations was the Bitcoin first transaction took place on Dorsey's mother's birthday, January 11th, while the last Bitcoin block mined by Satoshi supposedly happened on his father's birthday, March 5th. Of 2010. That is very interesting. To reply to the thread, however, BitMEX research scrutinized the theory, noting that it became increasingly difficult to know when Satoshi mined blocks as the Satoshi pattern gradually degraded over time. Murray also said that Satoshi supposedly signed up to the Bitcoin forum on Dorsey's birthday, November 19th. So all these dates, just big coincidences? What are your thoughts, broskies? Meanwhile, Murray claimed the original Bitcoin source code documents are all time-stamped at exactly 4 a.m., though it isn't clear which time zone, a time Dorsey once had in his Twitter profile. Murray claimed Satoshi is said to have used brute force to create the Bitcoin addresses, including one beginning with JD2M, which Murray claims stand for Jack Dorsey to mint. Interesting. Which he says is a reference to Dorsey's former residence at the 2 Mint Plaza in San Francisco. Dorsey, of course, hasn't confirmed this. Satoshi's GMX email was also hacked September 8th of 2014, and Murray claims the hacker tried to extort Satoshi by sharing that he knows about his connection to St. Louis, Missouri. Dorsey was born and raised here. Wow, there's just so many coincidences. Bitcoin and Satoshi in 2009 was a combination of my childhood and my curiosity and everything that I aspired to be and everything I loved. And that's a quote from Jack Dorsey, October 27th, 2023. Murray claims Satoshi also accidentally logged into the internet relay chat January 10th of '09, which showed a real IP address based in California, where Twitter was based and where Dorsey spent most of his time. Again, he's from San Francisco. Satoshi told people on the Bitcoin forum not to donate Bitcoin to WikiLeaks, said Murray, while noting Twitter was hit with a secret court order to turn over all the information it had on WikiLeaks 9 days later. December 14th, Dorsey wasn't the CEO of Twitter at the time, but remained on the company's board. Murray claims Satoshi last logged into the Bitcoin forum the day before, December 13th. Murray supposedly links supporting evidence to back his claims in 10 to 15 chapters. He written in Dorsey ties to Satoshi, and he's been working on the evidence since at least December 23rd of last year. Dorsey had not addressed these posts nor denied any of them. Several users argued that it's hard to believe Satoshi, a creator of uncensored money, would then censor information as Dorsey's Twitter did following the U.S. government intervention. Well, you have to keep in mind he did not have a choice. I'm sure they probably just would have imprisoned him like they would anyone else, like a Mark Zuckerberg, if they didn't play ball. Just keeping it 100. When you have that type of power and owning a social network, you kind of have to play ball with the government or risk prosecution. In my humble opinion, how does Elon get away with it? That's another story for another time. But anyways, others raised doubt over whether Satoshi would wear a Satoshi shirt in public, and that's precisely what Dorsey did at the Super Bowl, and he's notoriously known for wearing the Satoshi shirt, so you got to keep that in mind. Whether Dorsey created Bitcoin or not, Bitcoin cypherpunk Jameson Lopp criticized Murray for being that guy who accuses someone of being Satoshi without smoking gun evidence. It is a big accusation, so. But anyways, it makes you a massive a-hole, he said, because you're painting a target on them. And that is a great point, because we don't want Satoshi's identity ever revealed, because it does make them a big target. And it's probably best that we just, contemplate who he may or may not be. And that's the beauty of Bitcoin. You feel me? And I mean, he's gone anonymous for the past 16 years, so I strongly doubt they'll ever discover with smoking gun evidence precisely who he is. But you guys let me know your thoughts. I think the mystery should remain a mystery, but I'll read your comments out loud. That sounds like too many coincidences for sure. I mean, that's quite a lot of coincidences. You got me there. 3.6 million lost in boat accidents and other accidents. Count me in as one of those statistics. It's a bitty shame. I'll keep starting over until I can stop being so clumsy. Never giving up. Teach their own, Shandy. Understood. The coincidence is not relevant. Blocks are mined every 10 minutes, so a block will be mined on any date you pick for any person. Good point there, Craw. Notably, an audit conducted in April 2022 verified the authenticity of the RBA's gold holdings with no discrepancies or inconsistencies. Yeah, according to ChatGPT, take anything ChatGPT says with a grain of salt, family. Come on now. Who's programming it? AKA gold bars have been found in global markets before, not just necessarily in the RBA stash of the Bank of England. Classic case of taking an old fact and spinning it into the fresh panic. Adam says fake. Thanks, everyone. Glad to be welcome to the fam. I'll continue to dance. Ha ha ha. Sit out, Thomas. We appreciate your spirit, brother. I was on the 100,000 party boat and lost all my Satoshis. It's a shame. Those who attended the 100K Fiesta VIP day, and we did a boat and snorkel tour here on an island in Puerto Rico, we all lost our biddies. Sorry. Shit happens, apparently. RIP Satoshi. Sup, Shandy, sir. Shorty 96. That's right. We're right back above 96. Just like that. Satoshi will never reveal himself. There is no need to know. Good point, Big Talica.
Power, rocket power, Bitcoin power, unstoppable, unbreakable, undefeatable, competent and capable. Loving and unchainable, passionate and untamable. What a beautiful bitty high ride. 2024 year of the dragons. Bang.
Bang, bang.
Doing.
And shout out Trevor Fay. Check it out now. Best Bitcoin News Channel. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out Joe Louderback. Shout out Diana Jones and the rest of the Biddy fam here. Holding it down. Thank you again, Steven. Crypto Surge. Make sure you guys are following him. Crypto Surge 1320, the username on X. And keep the comments flowing. We're about to dive into the next story. Well, it looks like we got 1,500 people already on the stream. We blowing this mofo up. Shit out Dingo Booty. Welcome to the live. Biddy is the way. Amen. The one and only. Good morning, just my opinion. Welcome to the live stream. But yeah, let's continue. Next story, Malay. This is actually one of the big stories of the day. I actually took the time to watch the 1 hour or so CoffeeZilla interview with the main developer behind this project. It was very interesting. I'll share my 2 Satoshis after I read some of the headlines and the stories of what's going on here with Javier Malay and the coin, which just got rugged and billions of dollars were shed from the market cap hours after launch, which is pretty sad. But here's some of the headlines. Argentine lawyers hit Malay with fraud charges in a class action lawsuit over Libra coin, which basically went up to like 4.5 billion in market cap within like an hour or so from launch, and then it went crashing right back down. Another headline reads, Libra founder says meme coin critics only bitch when left out of the insider deals. And this is the guy Hayden that CoffeeZilla interviewed. If you guys haven't checked it out, it was pretty insightful. I'll share my thoughts on that later. And also another headline, Libra creators tied to Melania. He did straight up say the dev behind the Libra coin was one of the guys behind the Melania coin rug, which is fascinating to say the least. But I guess we're going to dive right in. Max Kaiser reminds us, no shit coins or rug pulls in El Salvador, thanks to the guardians of Bitcoin maximalism. Come to El Salvador and taste thy freedom. Freedom from shit coins, freedom from rug pulls, freedom from scammers, freedom from fraud, and of course you got to try the Coco Max, the greatest drink to ever exist. It's espresso, bean of fire, Bukele coffee brand, coconut meat in that mofo, but that was actually my favorite drink for real, when I attended the Max and Stacy Invitational. It was a great drink. You guys got to try it. It gives you that oomph, if you know what I'm saying, from that espresso. But let's dive a little deeper into this class action lawsuit going down. Argentine lawyers reportedly filed charges against Argentina's president, Javier Milei. I wonder how Trump has a free pass. He can launch the meme coins and nothing happens. Maybe because he was smart enough to fire Gensler before he took office and replace him with a homie called Mr. Sachs. But I digress. In the criminal court for promoting a crypto that briefly pumped and then tanked over the weekend, the Libertad project native Solana token Libra rallied to a market cap of 4.5 billion on Valentine's Day. After Malay posted about the token on X, it then fell over 94% after he deleted the post promoting accusations of a pump and dump scheme. Womp womp. Lawyers said an engineer, I don't want to say all their names, but they filed a criminal complaint that alleges Malay was complicit in fraud by promoting Libra. And according to the dev, he claims that Javier Malay is one of the good guys. He had no idea that this coin would get rugged by insiders, and that was impossible to avoid sniping and all the shit that goes along with these meme coin launches. Personally, I don't know what to believe, and I guess time will tell. But nonetheless, it's very fascinating. Here was the tweet in which he deleted from his X account, which is not a good look. I mean, you can't delete evidence. It's not like people didn't screenshot it already, so I don't even understand the point there. But anyways, these people accused Malay of violating the public ethics law, which is Argentina's framework for public officials, requiring them to declare asset holdings and conflicts of interest, quoting them here. Within this illicit association, the crime of fraud was committed, in which the president's actions were essential. A judge will be assigned to the case, or it will be referred to a prosecutor for further investigation February 17th, according to the Associated Press. Meanwhile, Argentine lawyer, founder, and associate of the law firm filed a separate legal complaint about Malay promoting Libra. In the statement, in which he is also a member of the Argentine political party, he said he had reported Malay for alleged fraud, negotiations incompatible with public office, price manipulation, and financial crimes. So it's not a good look when you're a president of a country, right? And this is like a big country as well with a large population. And you launch a meme coin and then everyone gets rugged. It's not a good look. Why would you attach your name to that? This can destroy, and probably already has, his entire reputation and all the potential good work he has been doing. So why even get involved? The dev claimed he just don't know anything about crypto. Well, that's a great excuse. I mean, it's the most common one. Oh, I didn't know any better. But you should know better. But I mean, I don't know what to say. They also said the firm is preparing a class action suit for people who might have invested in the token and lost money, which is practically everybody. In Argentina, the only people that make money in these meme coins, and this is according to the own dev who created it, a part of the launch that I listened to the interview with CoffeeZilla. He basically said all the retail investors lose. The only ones who win are the insiders and the snipers. So why even get involved with these shitty meme coins? I just don't get it. But I digress. After the tokens collapsed, Milei requested the anti-corruption office to investigate all government members, including himself, for potential misconduct, with the findings to be shared with the courts. The presidential office claimed the president was not aware of the details of the project when he endorsed. Why fucking endorse the scam coin? Why? Why? Like, what logic? I don't get it. However, Milei did disclose he held a meeting with KIP protocol representatives in Argentina, where the company informed him about the blockchain project. The KIP protocol, a Web3 company that builds the AI payment infrastructure, said it was the tech consultancy company hired to help distribute the product funds for the local businesses in Argentina. However, it says it didn't create the token or act as a market maker. Some analysts have also raised concerns about the project after discovering Libra's website domain was created hours before the launch, and there is no public owner information. Opposition lawmakers told Reuters he would be launching a request to impeach the president. Now you just gave all of your enemies a reason to attack you. Just a bad look from the jump. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? So this dev, again, I watched the interview with CoffeeZilla that he dropped last night. I watched it this morning. It was like a good hour before I went live. He basically, the dev, he said he has access to like $100 million, and he's scared because he thinks governments and people are going to come after him and potentially harm him. He's probably right. So he don't know what to do, and there's no communication between him and the president, and and he just wants out. But too late. What does he do in this situation? He's like, I don't even want any of this money, but now I'm sitting on it. I don't know what to do. Should we donate this to give it back? It was quite a fascinating interview because he was being pretty transparent, the dev. He didn't have to do an hour interview with CoffeeZilla out of all people. But let me know what your thoughts are with this Milei Libra scam coin. Let me know your thoughts if you got to listen to that interview with the dev with CoffeeZilla. And I'll read your comments out loud before we dive into our feature story of the day and discuss Bitcoin's trajectory to 1.5 million as per ARK Invest CEO, Cathie Wood. Ignorance is no excuse. Exactly. There are no excuses. How are you doing out there adapting back to the Arkansas life? Figured out I went the wrong route. So I got, what does that say? I figured I went the wrong route. So I got with JB and the Bitty fam and went all out. The person that launched the Libra coin also launched Melania coin. They're all involved. I don't know. He definitely touched upon it. Coffee asked him, were you involved? He's like, because Coffee's like, I was tracing the funds from the Melania thing and it looks connected to this Libra thing. And the guy straight up said, yes, that was me. So he was being pretty transparent. And yeah, the same fucking people behind all of these scam projects. It's incredible. You can't make this shit up. Not to bash Milei, he's actually a good thing for Argentina. So what, a couple of $4 billion down the toilet, the true criminals will be found. Criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance. I just drank 2 cups of espresso made from your espresso coffee maker gift. Shout out to the crypto Surge. I had a nice cup of coffee as well this morning. So shout out Surge. And welcome everyone joining us. We got close to 1,700 people on the live stream right now. Our feature story is coming up, and then we'll do some live Q&A. If we can flip back in a green, we'll even flip it to a pump watch. But I'm kind of skeptical. I don't know. The markets have just been very blah recently, and these shitcoinery projects are not helping whatsoever. I missed the interview, but it was very odd to mistakenly make millions. Of course, it all needs to be given back. Yeah, he's like, my thinking is I want to give it back, but that's not going to fix any of the problems. There was an excuse for everything. I don't know what the solution is. I think they put themselves in a very bad situation, and I don't think there is a perfect solution. That's the problem. And according to this dev who's behind all these meme coin launches, there's no proper way to do it without this shit happening, which ultimately he's 100% convinced that this shit will happen with every meme coin launch, that the retail will lose all their money and only the insiders and the snipers will make all the money and the project will be fucked. So why even be involved in the project? I missed the interview. Right on. Smash the likes. Meme coin equals Vegas. Exactly. I can send you some Cuban bricks. Oh, that's right. Serge was loading up with the Cuban bricks. It is no coincidence that the price went flat as soon as the U.S. government started talking about the Bitcoin reserve. Crazy, right? Hey, fam, won't be in today. Just came to say hi. Shout out our one and only Oracle. Good to have you drop by, stop by. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. And welcome everyone joining us. Now over 1,700 people on the stream. I'm going to check the X feed again. All comments and quotes of the live stream will get reposted. Awesome as usual. Thank you now, Smiling, Snow Squirrel, and rest in peace, Peanut the Squirrel, and all the squirrels out there, all furry little friends. And thank you again, Serge, Diana, the rest of the fam. We appreciate you.
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
Welcome.
People that use fiat
Currency as a store of value. What do we call them? Oh, man. But yeah, I guess we'll get right into it here because we already hit the top of the hour. Time flies. It's insane. Like 1 hour feels like 1 minute. Like from the time I go live, I can't believe how fast an hour goes by. It's insane. What happened to my red star? Oh, man. I have no clue, Serge. I didn't touch it. It's whatever YouTube algorithm does to you. Good evening from London, UK. Will Trump put a tariff on the USA crypto for the international investors? It's a good question. I don't know what else he'll put the tariffs on. Your guess is as good as mine. But it will be an interesting next 4 years. That's to say the least. And I think we'd all agree on that. So I'm sure we'll be on our toes. You got a reduction in pay just like me. Oh, snap. Yeah, I don't know. What's up with that, YouTube?
currency as a store of value.
We call them
poor. We call them poor.
Say again, Michael.
People that use
I'm listening.
fiat currency.
Yeah, what about them?
We call them poor.
Say again, Michael.
We call them poor.
Oh, word? Just like that?
We call them poor. We call them poor.
A Cuban brick. I love the espresso coffee maker. The coffee you guys gifted me said coffee and not espresso. And it was good, but not quite like the espresso. I bought some. I don't call them. BTFD. I like that facts. I don't call them. Why would we call those guys? Starbucks espresso and made that. Oh my God, I am hooked. I love my little espresso machine.
There's a name for them.
What do we call them, folks? You got it, Bitstack.
We call them poor.
Okay.
We call them poor. Okay.
Exactly. Pour like cold beer. You got it. But anyways, here's what we're going to do. Now for our featured story of the day. Check this out. Bitcoin's path to 1.5 million per coin as per ARK Invest's Ultra-Bullish Bitcoin roadmap. And shout out the one and only Cathie Wood, CEO of ARK Invest. Let's break this baby down. The path to 1.5 milli Bitcoin price. That's right. ARK Invest unveiled its Big Ideas 2025 report earlier in the month, highlighting key technological and financial trends expected to shape the future, covering innovations in artificial intelligence, in which Cathie Wood is very bullish on the AI, robotics, energy storage, blockchain technology, and digital assets. The report emphasizes how these disruptive forces can drive exponential growth. 100. And one of its most significant insights is the firm's bullish stance on Bitcoin. Preach, which it sees as a transformative financial asset, gaining the mainstream acceptance, as if Bitcoin needs anyone's acceptance. ARK outlines 3 potential price scenarios for the Bitty by 2030. First, we have the conservative bear case of 300,000 per coin. Then we have the base case, 710,000 per Bitty, and an aggressive bull case predicting a staggering 1.5 million per BTC. These forecasts are based on increasing institutional adoption, Bitcoin's growing role as digital gold, and its integration into the corporate treasuries and nation-state reserves. And Serge, welcome back to the HODL Gang, HODL Gang, HODL Gang. Now, you can see on this chart the 2030 Bitcoin price targets. Again, the bear case by 2030, according to ARK Invest, you can see all the way on the left, shows us a 300,000 price target. And then next, the base case, 710,000, and the bull scenario, 1.5 million. And you can see the price target assumptions, based on some things I'll break here. In the previous years, ARK made similar projections, maintaining its bullish outlook on Bitcoin with a forecast of 1.5 million by 2030. Cathie Wood reiterated this estimate in a recent interview, emphasizing Bitcoin's increasing institutional adoption and its role as a unique asset class. As you know, Bitcoin's resilience in 2024 is a focal point of the Big Ideas 2025 report produced by ARK Invest, particularly the ability to absorb the large sell-offs without a significant price drop. ARK explained the German government's sale of 50,000 Bitcoin, which is crazy because I'm pretty confident right after they sold, Bitcoin went on a tear up over 100%, like ballpark, right? So they lost billions of dollars by selling that Bitcoin, and hopefully the U.S. government will learn from that and stockpile the Bitty as Trump proposed, instead of selling and offloading their precious little Bitties. And then the Mt. Gox creditor repayments of over 109,000 BTC tested the market, yet the Bitcoin price climbed from 53 to 68. That's right, and the current all-time high, 109.3, reflecting strong demand. Additionally, Bitcoin aggregate cost basis reached an all-time high of $40,980 per Bitty, indicating increased investor confidence. My question for y'all who are Bitcoin holders, which I like to assume each and every one of you watching the live stream, did you purchase your average Bitcoin at above or below this 40,000 average price? Let me know. Institutional interest remains a major driver of the Bitcoin projected growth. The report details expanded presence of Bitcoin corporate balance sheets, with a total value rising from 11 billion back in 2023 to 55 billion as of last year, 2024. Moreover, the introduction of the spot Bitcoin ETFs, which went live January 11th, approximately a year ago, marked a historic milestone, attracting over 4 billion of inflows the first day of trading. And the volume has eclipsed that of gold, and the gold ETF has been around for 2 decades. Bitcoin ETF, 1 year. So it goes to show you, Bitcoin's overtaking gold. And I think by the time, personally, Bitcoin overtakes the gold market cap, Bitcoin could be several $1 million per coin. Also want to reiterate my personal target. This is coming from JV, just thinking out loud here. So my bear case for this particular cycle, not what Cathie Wood says 2030, just FYI, that's obviously the next cycle. We had a halving in 2024. Right now we're in 2025. The year preceding the halving, historically, we hit the cycle peak. So she's ultimately saying by the time of the next halving cycle peak, she believes we hit these targets. Now, my personal targets for this cycle, I'm a little more bullish than Cathie, but nonetheless, my bear scenario for this year is 222,000. My base case for the broskies is 420, and my bull scenario is 1.1 million. But again, that's this year, not in 2030, which is 5 years out from now. I think these are very doable and realistic targets. And Cathie Wood, she's a very smart lady, as you guys know. It's all going to depend upon the institutional adoption, the nation state adoption, the sovereign wealth funds, and all the money which is going to be flowing into the Bitty. And as you know, I just announced it's official. Abu Dhabi of the UAE announced like 455 million worth of the Bitcoin on the balance sheet, but not Bitcoin as we know, but the ETF BTC. And then David Bailey came out from Bitcoin Magazine saying these numbers are really a lot higher and what they're actually disclosing. You know what I mean? So keep in mind, there's a lot of nations, sovereign wealth funds, pension funds, etc., that are adopting Bitcoin behind the scenes right now. And also, not only are we talking about adoption as a strategic Bitcoin reserve for the United States of America, which will lead into those bull targets that we've been discussing, but also we have the state adoption. There's now 32 or so states in the US which are trying to embrace Bitcoin some way, somehow, whether it's through a strategic reserve or for the treasury, for the pension funds, etc. All this is coming, and it's very interesting as the game theory continues to play out as Max predicted many years ago, coining it the global hash war. That's what we're witnessing right now in 2025. So who do you think the next big country will be to announce Bitcoin adoption? Let me know. We know it's happening in the Middle East. We know there's massive wealth. We know the total addressable market of the world is probably $800, $900 trillion. We have people like Max and Michael who have predicted, when I say Michael, Mr. Saylor, that have predicted Bitcoin can eat into roughly 15% of the total addressable market over time, which would give us room to run up literally 100x from today's price action Jackson. Anything is possible. And the most bullish target I've ever heard from Michael Saylor was when he was being interviewed by Patrick Bet-David on his podcast. And he straight up asked, Michael, where do you feel, Bitcoin's likely to go? And Michael said, paraphrasing, 100 million per coin. If Bitcoin hit 100 million per coin, let me know how that would transform your life. And let me know if you feel that will happen. I personally think it will happen in my lifetime. And I think Bitcoin will continue to go up forever. It's perfect money. And once perfect money is created, it never needs to be reinvented. Kind of like the wheel. We had this discussion on yesterday's pod. But anyways, fam, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your predictions. And I'll read your comments out loud and welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. If the truth comes out about the FT Fort Knox, that should be the argument for the blockchain solution. Yeah, hold them accountable. When corruption can happen, it always does. So we're just going to pretend no corruption's going on? Come on now. In England, just put the MicroStrategy in your, what's the ISA stand for? Opinion on there are dark forces suppressing the Bitcoin price. Once they get blown out like a candle, Bitcoin will go into price discovery mode again. Hold fast, pirates. As Bitcoin rises and falls weekly, see many of the alts not dipping, meaning we are close to the breakout. Word, Epstein files are being released this week. About time. Let's release the Diddy files alongside the Epstein files. You feel me? But yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. Job bless. Shout out Ron P. Good to have you here. This is the second hour of the pod. We just finished all the news. If you gain value or entertainment out of this, please do hit the repost. Comments and quotes are greatly appreciated because I can repost them and we can hack the algorithm here and get more eyeballs on the stream. And I'm going to be playing some music videos today because I wanted to play them past couple of days, but I had some technical issues. And today everything seems to be working properly, so we should be able to play them. Hey, JV, there is a second best, and it's Litecoin. Now you know. Well, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Litecoin is the original fork of the Bitcoin network. And I think it was it Tom Lee behind that? Shout out his brother, Bobby Lee. We've actually interviewed him on the pod a few years back. He's a very nice man. JV coin, there's no JV coin. There'll never be a JV coin. And if there is, because there probably is, it's nothing to do with me. It's just scammers trying to scam people like every other coin that come after Bitcoin, pretty much. When will Bitcoin go higher? This week or next week? I mean, to be quite honest with you, I don't know. I like to believe it's going to go up every day. But there's many days like this week, it hasn't gone up. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely bullish. And I'm always eternally bullish because I understand Bitcoin enough to be eternally bullish. JV, that hat is fire. Love it. Shout out. Sandman, glad you dig the hat. These were custom caps created for the 100K Bitcoin Fiesta and reminder, especially you, Thomas, because I don't think we've spoken privately since the party. Make sure you reach out to me and send me your address. Tomorrow I'm going to the post office and I'm going to ship these out to everyone who attended the party. Granted, I have your address. If I don't have your address, I can't ship it out until you give me your address. But I have, I think I ordered 25 of these bad boys. We had 12 white, 12 black, and I had one custom, which is the camouflage, which Sergio surprised me for my birthday. So this is a 101, but we have these ones and the black ones, and I'm going to ship them out tomorrow. I'm going to go to the post office early in the morning. So you guys should get your caps probably within the next few days. And if you don't know, now you know. And shout out Sergio. Obviously, he creates our caps for us, bitcoincaps.net. JV, will you ever have a guest on your show? Yeah. We've had guests from time to time, but it's not my thing. This particular podcast is not an interview show, but every once in a while when we do interviews, I release it as like a bonus. So when I finally get my interview with Max Kaiser, bet it'll be on the show. Yeah, I mean, or when I visit the Huddle House studio and we get to record a pod live together, I can't wait. But it's not something like people reach out to me in my email virtually every week. I get interview requests, but I'm not interested in just interviewing people who are creators of tokens so they can shill their tokens. That's not what I do. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather just share the news and stick to the biddy. But if we get like a very special guest, yeah, I mean, there are only a handful of them that I really look up to, I'll absolutely interview them, and I'm happy to do so. Like a Michael Saylor, Max Kaiser, Jack Mallers, Jack Dorsey. But, yeah, I mean, I'm based. There's a second best, JV. It's Litecoin. If you'd like Bitcoin, you should also love Litecoin. Limited supply, decentralized, and a test chain for the biddy. I know it's an OG coin, you know what I mean? How's Nipsey feeling? He's doing a lot better. He's feeling 100%. He looks 100%. So he's doing great. He's just downstairs enjoying time with my fam. Max Kaiser chat would be fire. I know. So I'm looking forward to, revisiting El Salvador, staying at the Huddle House now that's completed, and recording some live episodes and behind the scenes footage with the one and only High Priest. So that's on my bucket list right now, what I'm thinking. There is no second best. Bitcoin number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Precisely. JV, get Jerry Banfield on it. That's the thing. If I don't know who they are, I have no desire to interview them. Sorry. Like my previous podcast was called Weird Entrepreneurs, and that's all I did. I interviewed very successful weird people. You know what I mean? From the CEO of Disney, anyone I can get a hold of that was successful, but that's not what this format is. Like, honestly, if I don't know who he is, I don't think anyone's going to care to watch the show. And that's no disrespect. I'm sure there's a ton of people who may know who he is, but I've never heard of him. So do I want to interview strangers? No, honestly, that's not what this format is for. JB looking fresh like he just bought 2 dozen eggs. Bro, I did go shopping the other day. I bought 2 dozen eggs. You nailed it. I literally just bought 2 dozen eggs. Do another interview with McAfee. Beyond the grave. Oh my God. And much respect and rest in peace, McAfee. He, I believe, was one of my first interviews I ever did. And back then I only had a few hundred subscribers. And he was kind enough to give me his time to interview him. And I interviewed him twice. One of the interviews was like before he died and was murdered in a Spanish prison cell. And they made it seem like it was a suicide, which we all know it wasn't. He got whacked. It's not a big deal, JV. It's going on forever, man. Yeah, Jerry Fit. Yeah, so that's the thing. Weird Entrepreneurs was a decade ago. It was my first podcast. We no longer have that podcast. So this is my focus. This is my livelihood right here. CNA with the Bitcoin fam. But yeah, man, that'd be something. Another interview with McAfee beyond the grave. Maybe you can be the volunteer to channel the great late McAfee. It may require some wild psilocybin mushrooms, is all I'm saying. Whatever it takes. RIP McAfee is one of the legends. I love that guy. Shout out Janice. But yeah, yo, let's play some of the videos. Some of the music videos. I want to play Bada Boom Bada Bitcoin, one of my favorite new tracks by Chandy. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Chandy 10 Music on X and YouTube. And then we'll play some of the other videos. Let's just play some videos today. I think that'll be fun. So give me a second to set her up. Hopefully it plays. Let's see what happens here. strange. 1 second. Might just be a delay. I'm going to switch it back and try again. It's like these freeze frames. It's crazy. I don't know what causes them, but we're going to try again. Please. It's loading. Hopefully it plays here.
Bada boom, bada bang, bada boom, bada Bitcoin, bada boom, breaking banks, bada boom, we go. Laser eyes locked, the biddy is Fiat's eclipse. Bada boom, bada bang. We're lunar high on a rocket ship. No keys, no crown, bada boom, bada Bitcoin. Wow. It's a beautiful day in the Bitcoin hood. Paper hands panic, huddle gangsters fist. The biddy keeps rising as a superstar should. Loyal to the biddy, we already knew it would. They print and pretend, but we code and defend. Cold storage lock, never trust, never bend. Fiat's the Titanic, watch the central banks capsize. Ledger don't lie, every block crystallized. Uncorruptible, unchangeable, unbreakable. Block by block, this train can't be tamed. It's decentralized power, lit with a dragon's flame. Prophecy of Satoshi, BTC can't be contained. No more playing Monopoly, decentralized, we reign, we reign. Bada boom, bada bang, bada boom, bada Bitcoin. Bada boom, breaking banks, bada boom, we go. Laser eyes locked, the biddy is Fiat's eclipse. Bada boom, bada bang, no keys, no crown, we're lunar high on a rocket ship. Bada boom, bada Bitcoin, wow. Huddle tight, hold 'em tight, never gonna sell. 21 forever, it's a blackjack fairy tale. No inflation, no debasing, lizard folk gonna yell, raising hell, cause bada boom, I bought a Bitcoin. Huddle tight, hold 'em tight, never gonna sell. 21 forever, it's a blackjack fairy tale. No inflation, no debates, and Lizzie folk gonna yell, raising hell, cause bada boom, I bought a Bitcoin.
Fairy tales.
Vibing in the tropics, the air's so sweet. Swaying to the rhythm with the Bitcoin beat. JV's on the court, he's calling the plays. Me and Serge ballin', winning all day. Starlit sky, strawberry moon, dancing to the whispers of a bitty tune. Thirsty under a Puerto Rican hunger moon.
Libra scales tip to Aquarius charm. It's Bitcoin astrology, we're disarmed. Manifesting lasting connections on this golden shore, this legendary perfection. So good we're craving more.
Doink, doink, give me more.
Coconuts crack, the fire pit's dragging. Flame lit, Spinderella spins and the fam's feeling.
Hot dealers unite, Puerto Rican delight. This is our night, keeping it tight.
Puerto Rico nights under Satoshi skies. Just try to stop this good time.
Mr. Number 11, won't you come with me to the party, I mean.
No bad wolf's gonna try, but bitty wolves
you can't deny.
From Bitcoin live streams to juicy by the sea wet dreams.
Strawberry goosey,
sexy vacation.
sexcation.
It's an oceanfront kind of ecstasy. It's a 100K moist bitty dream.
Puerto Rico, Bitcoin doing.
This feels right, no ditty. It feels tight, so drippy. I wanna hear you cry out my name. I wanna make you feel the bang bang.
Ding dong on my door, watch how I answer. I wanna soar.
Puerto Puerto Rico nights under Satoshi skies. Just try to stop this good time. No bad wolf's gonna try, but bitty wolves
You can't deny.
from Bitcoin live streams to juicy by the sea wet dreams.
Strawberry juicy.
This sexy vacation. It's an oceanfront kind of ecstasy. It's a 100K moist bitty dream.
Tell me more, boss man. My bitty king turns me on. Bitcoin. We're rebels, we're dreamers, we're the Bitcoin tribe. Living for the moment, I'm riding the rocket, living the bitty vibe. Bitty chemistry, bitty up, no diddy, get it up. Getting wet with our Bitcoin. Doing, we're going point.
Bambalam bitty fam.
Bring me up, bitty glow. Prize discovery, yeah, let it show. Bang, 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 like a B-52, we built a bitty.
Stacked revolutionary love shack. Bull stacking sats like it's Max and Stacy. Stacking sats cause tax is crazy. I'm stacking sats cause the IMF hates me. Stacking sats cause the haters don't faze me. No Diddy, no Jay-Z. Stacking the bitty like it's Nipsey and JV. Stacking the bitty like it's paper and Chandy. Stacking BTC like caffeine in my canteen. Life is a game of chess that makes biddies the damn queen. Stacking BTC till they cancel me and I can't stream. Like Biggie, it was all a dream. Now the biddy has set me free.
Going, let's biddy up, babe. Bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade. Auto house strong, yeah, we built it this way. No one to hold 'em, yeah, we're holding, never folding.
I've always been a rapper, honky cracker, but now I'm a pastor, Bitcoin stacker. Now I'm a master of the Bitcoin standard. Hit 'em up faster than the Bitcoin panda. You can't touch me with your shitcoin flow. Like, do you even Bitcoin, bruh? Let me know. Welcome to the Bitcoin show. Now listen up closely, low-key, stacking BTC like Satoshis. In El Salvador with my Bitcoin broskies, raising up the bitty like Gohan. Living in a huddle house, we're not the pawns.
Going, let's biddy up, babe. Bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade. Auto house strong, yeah, we built it this way. No one to hold 'em, yeah, we're holding, never folding.
Bitcoin's dripping like a new Scottie Pippen 80 G's. We're royalty, bitty kings and queens, manifesting the kingdom that's finally come. Playing chess moves, checkmate, we won.
We're raising the roof in El Salvador. Freedom flows, IMF can't hold us no more.
Stacking BTC like Tate versus the BBC. Stacking the bitty like BTC OGs. Stacking BTC on Lightning with no fees. Stacking BTC like Snoop Dogg rolls weed. Stacking BTC like Scarface with a nosebleed. Stacking BTC like Shinobi, nobody knows me. Stacking BTC like everyone owes me. Stacking BTC like Max and John McAfee. Stacking BTC, accumulating sats so rapidly, so happily. Stacking BTC so casually, no casualties of galaxies around Earth fallacies. Stacking BTC on a flat Earth with no gravity. Stacking BTC cause Bitcoin is your majesty.
Going, let's biddy up, babe. Bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade. Auto house strong, yeah, we built it this way. No one to hold 'em, yeah, we're holding, never folding.
Bitcoin glow, stack it up, let it show. Price discovery, patience, game on, let's go. Biddy up, Roger out. We're changing the world, there's no doubt.
Bitcoin glow, stack it up, let it show. Price discovery, patience, game on, let's go. Biddy up, Roger out. We're changing the world, there's no doubt.
Yes, and let me know what you think of the music videos. We played 3 of them. Bada Boom, Bada Bitcoin, the 100K Puerto Rico Bitcoin Fiesta Jammy Jam, and that was Stacking Sats like it's Max and Stacy. And if you guys missed the Hodl House studio tour interview I shared yesterday by Sovereign Studios where he interviews Max, it's phenomenal. I strongly encourage you guys to all watch that. It's so good. I shared it on X yesterday. Shout out Max Kaiser, the one and only High Priest. Shout out Chandy 10 Music for producing all the epic music in which we play here on the stream. Make sure you guys are subbed to her over on X and on YouTube. I'm just going to read comments here. Stacking the Biddy, like bring facts grows weed. Hey, I like those lyrics. Amen to that. I make EDM music. I post on SoundCloud. Nice. What does EDM stand for? Which genre is that one? I'm not familiar with it. But yeah, yo. Like bring facts grows weed. Amen to that. But those tracks are always fun to make. Yeah, welcome everyone. It looks like we got 2,200 people already here. We're still live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. This is the the Q&A segment. So we're just jamming out to some music videos. Awesome attitude of gratitude. Attitude of gratitude. Word up. Bitcoin is climbing slowly. We're back above 96.1. Electronic dance. Oh, okay. Electronic dance music. What type of music do you spin, Fax, when you do your DJing? Which genre? Hey, do you trade, brother? Shout out Raul, or I don't know how to pronounce the name, but I don't. I'm not a trader. You know what I mean? I think like most people, when you enter crypto, you probably get involved with all that. So like in 2017, I bought a bunch of coins. I tried trading and leverage and this and that. And then I just cold turkey. I'm just like, nah, it's not for me. I'm just going to stack thy biddy. And I've just been focused on hodling Bitcoin and stacking sats. And that's really it. Stacking sats. So I'm not a trader. I don't like the feeling of being in an active trade. Like I lose sleep over it because I'm a human being. And I don't like that. Like I sleep like a baby just holding Bitcoin, right? And not having any trades or gambling going on. But I understand the concept. I know, I understand you guys like to trade so you can acquire more Bitcoin. But obviously things can be counterproductive and you can lose and have less Bitcoin. So I would definitely define myself as a Bitcoin maxi. I've had the laser eyes on my X profile since back when I can remember, and just that represents me being focused on Bitcoin. You'll even notice my laser eyes on my X profile avatar even have Bitcoin in the laser eyes. If you actually click on it or zoom into it, you can see that. But I'm 100% focused on Bitcoin because I understand Bitcoin is here to change the world, and it's slowly but surely changing the world for the better, and will continue to do so. YouTube videos, crowd request, word up. Now, here's you do crowd requests. Awesome, brother. So whatever they want to hear. I read today, El Salvador today no longer uses Bitcoin as legal. There's a lot of FUD surrounding that. I think 2 podcast episodes ago, I shared a thread from Samson Mao, the Jan 3 creator, and he basically broke through the FUD and the facts. And we spent a good 10 minutes on that. I would strongly encourage you guys to watch that if you missed it, or just find Samson Mao's thread on the status of El Salvador, with the more recent IMF deal. But vendors can still use Bitcoin. They have a choice. No one is forced to use it. And as someone visiting or as a local, you can choose to pay from a vendor who willfully accepts Bitcoin or not. And some of the vendors don't, some do. I was just in Bitcoin country, so I know firsthand. I was there a few weeks ago, or about a month ago, right, for the Max and Stacy event. And I went out for pupusas, and I chose to eat at a restaurant that accepted Bitcoin just so I can zap them some sats and get the experience. And I found a vendor willing to set Bitcoin. For dessert, we had some local ice cream, and the lady's like, no, we don't do Bitcoin. No worries. And I just paid with dollars, and which is fine. So Bitcoin is considered, I believe now, it's more defined as a currency in El Salvador, just as the US dollar is considered a currency. And then you have Tether USDT, which is a registered security, which is perfectly legal and their stable coin of choice. You know, the Tether also, their headquarters over there in El Salvador, they're building a massive building as well. You know, the Google building was right across the street from the Presidente, the El Presidente hotel that I stayed at, which is very nice, by the way. So a lot of companies are, you know, creating their headquarters over there because it's so advantageous to do so. And I think there's incentives if they build these high rises, which you're going to see a lot of incredible construction and what's the word? Infrastructure. It's very impressive. I was very impressed by the malls, the big buildings, and the Nike stores. Everything was impressive. The library Bukele had built, next level, the most insane library I've ever been in, multiple levels, insane views of the entire city. I mean, I can't speak highly enough about my experience in El Salvador, so I'm just looking forward to the next trip. Cold hard fact, most retail traders get owned or pawned. Do not be on the wrong side of any trade or over the trade. Make a decision and stick to it. Laser eyes equals focus on the biddies, and don't listen to the FUD of the coinery lizard folk. Tell them. I'm going to try to DM a video of me singing it, see how many words timing in versus the tune. What particular tune are we singing there? Trading will get you wrecked. Yeah, I mean, a great insight is what I shared earlier with the meme coin launches. According to the dev behind it, the retail don't have a chance at winning. There's no chance. You're guaranteed loser. All the insiders are the winners. So unless you're an insider, like he even said, and this is what the dev admitted in the CoffeeZilla interview, he said that Trump coin launch, Trump had a sit down and all the insiders were told in advance about the launch. And what do you think all the insiders are going to do? They're going to buy dirt cheap before the retail, and the retail is going to get fucked. This is according to the dev behind the Libra launch, who played a role in these other Melania launches and things of this nature as well. So he straight up tells you retail stands no chance. So why even fuck around with it? Meaning it's virtually impossible to win. Do you understand? The house wins, the insiders. So unless you're an insider, why even waste your time? You feel me? Everyone trying to get rich quick. Eek. Sunken boat alumni of 2019. Tell them there, brother. Father memes. Word DCA. Greater than trading. I agree. Dollar cost average, there's no risk, right? Very minimal risk, I should say. This was the last week when it occurred, in which whoever you chose eventually will happen to accept. Only crypto El Salvador was early to the Bitcoin market. Yeah, man. El Salvador is a Bitcoin country. Respect. Bukele, the philosopher king, the one and only. With shorts or over jeans, rock the hiking boots. I arrived to Puerto Rico in camo hiking boots. Leg warmers. You sure did. Put my luggage, didn't make it. I know it's crazy. You were originally traveling to Puerto Rico with an insane amount of luggage and none of it arrived. So you ended up with nothing, and I just took you to the mall and you just went shopping and bought all new things to take home with you. But the second trip was a success, right? So this was the last week it occurred, word, because I do write my own lyrics. My mood and brain has to be in the zone to do that. But when I am in the writing zone, the AI to make a good team, then I have the writer's block. I can't. Yeah, yo. There's now like a catalog of over 4 hours of music, and everyone who attended the party, not only do you guys get one of these sexy hats, but you guys also got one of Chandy's USB drives with all of her music, hours and hours of Chandy jams. So thank you, Chandy, for hooking that up as a gift for everyone who attended, which is pretty amazing of you to do. Another word of advice from an old pirate: hold fast, don't listen to anyone other than your inside. Don't get shaken out. For your courage, it will be rewarded. I am in what you say. I am in. I bought 3 pairs of shoes at the mall that day too. I packed like 7 pairs. So, I don't understand women. You need a new pair of shoes for every day. See, when I go on a trip, it's whatever shoes I'm wearing, I wear every day. I'm a minimalist, I guess. But anytime I travel, I take the carry-on and I refuse to do check-in anymore because it wastes hours of my life waiting at the carousel for the luggage. I can't stand it. So I will travel very light. I rock a personal item, which is my backpack, which is ultimately so I can travel with my recording equipment, which is the Rodecaster and a laptop, and a microphone. That's all I need. And then my luggage is always a small carry-on, and that way it's always in my possession, and it cannot get lost, Chandy. It's impossible. It's in my possession the entire time. So that's how I hack the Matrix. But to each their own. You gotta do what you gotta do. I write my own lyrics, or if we co-write with JV sometimes, obviously, we write our own lyrics. Of course. Men and women are different, apparently. I do well with trading, but I study, and it has taken years. I used to get wrecked early on. Exactly. So you're one of the rare few that make a living from it, but you've learned the hard way in losing notoriously in the beginning, which it's impossible to just successfully start trading off the jump. That's why I don't recommend it to people, because everyone's like wants to get rich quick, and they're all going to get wrecked and learn a very valuable lesson. And then after the first cycle of getting fucked and wrecked over and over again, they're just going to become Bitcoin maximalists. And that's just how it goes. But JV, what if you want to go to the beach? I can go barefoot at the beach, or I can bring a pair of sandals. Don't get me wrong. I can still fit like a secondary pair of shoes or slippers or sandals in my bag. Because, you know what I mean? It doesn't take up that much space. So it's possible. All I'm saying is you're not going to catch me traveling with 7 pairs of shoes on my 7-day trip. That's all I was trying to make for my point. But I get it. You know what I mean? I take a pair of sandals, then leave them at the beach on my way out. Right on. I know, JV, but I'm a lost cause unpacking. I know I cannot change. Wish I could. Life might be easier. It's all good. Continue to do you, because we love you the way you are. My husband was a commodity trader for 19 years and lost $30,000 in gold a long time ago. And that's with 30 years experience of trading. Goes to show you, unless you're an insider, you're probably going to get fucked. I tried doing it and was able to create a song on the Vibe app, and app for the words include write a song about the biddy and the price surge for the rock back in the music. 5 minutes later. Word. Thank you, JV, for all those picks. You're very welcome, man. Thank you guys. That was part of your gift for attending and sacrificing all you had to sacrifice to make it to the 100K Fiesta. The majority of the people flew in from all over, the country. Most of you guys, I know you flew in from New York. We had guests fly in from California and all over the place. So I thank you guys for joining us at the event. That's the least I can do. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the photos. But yeah, we had roughly 400 professional photos taken and some videos from our photographer from the event, so we could remember these memories, and you guys can post them and tag me, and I'll repost anything you guys share. And of course, Chandy also uploaded her content from her phone. You'll notice a folder in the Google Drive that says Chandy, and you guys are also welcome to do the same thing. If you guys want to create a folder in the Drive, as long as you have the link, you can create the folder, and you can dump your particular content from your phone that you wouldn't mind being shared as well. If you choose to do so, it's up to you guys. But we have plenty of content. So like I said, if you missed the Fiesta, I'll be dripping content each and every day, photos and videos over the course of the next few months, because we have that much content, which is amazing. Missouri, that's right. Missouri is pretty far trip here from Puerto Rico. So we appreciate you coming out here, Fax. And it was a pleasure hanging with you guys. Back in 1995, no sacrifice. Yeah, man, Jep, unless you are an insider, you get fucked. Pretty much. That's my conclusion. JV, do you think in the years to come, people will be paid to buy Bitcoin from their jobs? People will be paid by... Yes, of course. Right now, people can get paid in Bitcoin. There's services that already exist for you to do that. And I believe Strike is one of them. I think OpenNode is another one. And I think that's the future. Work for Bitcoin, right? It's peer-to-peer payment system. So you can actually, if you're an entrepreneur, you can accept Bitcoin directly peer-to-peer, and you can do whatever type of job you're doing. If you're a photographer, accept Bitcoin. Some people will pay in Bitcoin, maybe give people a discount to encourage them to use it. When we took the bus to the what is it called, the marina for the VIP day, the driver only had options that I couldn't pay in. He had options like Venmo, PayPal. I'm like, fuck PayPal, I'm not using that shit. And then every option I couldn't use. So I'm like, what if I send you Bitcoin? And he's like, I've never accepted Bitcoin before. Well, I'm like, will you take it if I send it to you? Sure. And there, lo and behold, on the bus, you guys are my witness. I sent the guy, whatever it was, for the, round trip to drive us back and forth to the marina, and he accepted the Bitcoin. You know what I mean? So it's a beautiful alternative option. We're going to deal with the fucking PayPal Gestapo, if you feel what I'm saying. I was in the Navy from 88 to 92, and I was on the CV-59 USS Forrestal. Kudos to you there. Thank you for your service, Jerome. My brother is also from the Navy. He served over in Chicago. I did not realize that Ripple owned the XRP. You didn't know Ripple owned XRP? Yikes. 2,300 people here on the stream. Welcome, everyone joining us. What it do? Let's see what other music I can play, because I got to run to the men's room really quick. One of my favorite jams right here. Be right back.
No plan B needed, I have the biddy. Bitcoin is my plan A, B, C, D, and E. There is no other plan for me. I am with the bit rip through the dips, biddy. Bitcoin, it's my plan A, B, C, D, and E. I'm team BTC. Through God, Satoshi educated me. Through God, Satoshi freed me. Through God, Satoshi changed me. Plan A, B, C, D, and E. Bitcoin's the only financial plan for me. Angels in the orange. Angels in the orange. Yes, I said angels in the orange. I see angels in the cold storage. It's all in the orange. Sunrise, sunset, hope alive. Bitcoin isn't a bet, you have been told. Never forget, this is your chance to change the tides and make your own sunlight. Oranges grow in the glow of a new sunrise. Live orange, get your vitamin C on. Boost your financial immune system and your life quality. Orange plan is plan A, B, C, D, and E. Orange skies, endless rise. Freedom flies with open eyes. Ledger lines, the world aligns. No middlemen, no more confines. Truth engraved in blocks of time. Immutable, sublime. A full moon bright, calling to a better path, a better way. The code is law, no hands to sway or pay. Turn your brain on, get your Bitcoin. Plan A, B, C, D, and E. Bitcoin's the only plan for me. Decentralized, no inflation, taking your gains. Work for prosperity instead of sweating for them, and buy Bitcoin. Chains broken, global economy, global ledger, global chance for everyone. Plan B, there's no need. This is the seed that breaks the greed. This is the plan that works for you and me. We don't have to work for the mass.
Such a dope track right here. Welcome, everyone joining us. We're chillaxing Q&A live segment of the stream. Let me know if you enjoyed today's show. Poetry or unoriginal. If AI writes the stuff, or doing to doing and things like that, AI won't work. It just is optional, good enough if AI writes a song, in my opinion. It's a grab a cold beer break time precisely, Greg. Hopefully you got your cold brewski, brother. So JV, you live in Puerto Rico. Yes, I've been in Puerto Rico since 2018. So this makes 7 years, brothers. I've been here for quite some time. This is my home. Back in the day, I had a SOSE machine, short order stock execution. To short stocks, eh? How'd that work for you, passive?
Men, don't you see? Bitcoin changes the past, future, writing a new history. Be a part of the resistance, buy the biddy. Orange is more than just a shade. It's the glow of wealth remade. Generational, inconfiscatable, immutable, impregnable, fifth level.
Haha, Bitcoin's impregnable. That sounds good. Savory beer. Brooklyn Breweries Pulp Art. Great show. Love the energy. Thank you, Kane Vander Heide. I appreciate that. I truly do. Did JV use a pronoun? Did I use is that considered a pronoun, the men's room? I guess. If that's what it is, sure. The men's room.
Sexy, sensational, it's Bitcoin. It goes doing, doing, like yummy bitty northbound doing. The pen and paper out of date, crypto keys.
Oh yeah, and the video to this track, Chandy finally shared it on X. I believe last night. I reposted it, so make sure you guys are following her on X. You can see the music video. It's one of her best videos, hands down.
Dictate, cold is the new hot. Cold storage, sexy, and banker control is not. Bitcoin is my map, my sea, full moon, my star. Guiding me, Bitcoin is number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come on, guys. Do you wanna be prey or do you wanna be a hunter and thrive? You know you wanna do more than just stay alive. You wanna thrust.
Keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive. It's number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's plan A, B, C, D, and E. It's God hacking humanity. The Citadel isn't just a city. This is Bitcoin Camelot, just as pretty.
Amen to that. 2025, no pronouns allowed. Good. Did Trump make the pronouns illegal? I know he limited us to 2 genders, which is a good start for the year. There's only 2 genders now. Awesome. And thank you, Chandy, for dropping me Thomas's address. I'm going to send him a hat out tomorrow. Let's see what colors I have left. I'm going to stop asking what colors people want because I've been, and I know there's only so many of each color, but whatever I have left over, I'll definitely get Thomas's hat out. So thank you, Thomas, and thank you for tuning in and being part of the fam. And you guys have to watch some of the videos of Thomas at the party. It's going to blow your mind. The ghost of Satoshi lives.
Huddle strong through dips, flats and bends. You are not too late as fiat deflates. Your journey just begins. Be your own superhero. Raise up, take a stand, change your plan. Orange, you're willing to do it. The dawn yourself.
Precisely. So Puerto Rico's not too far from DR, but obviously DR and Haiti is like, divided in the middle or whatever. But so it's not like connected to DR, but not too far away. It's one of the Caribbean islands nearby. Yep. Let me know if you guys have ever been to Puerto Rico. You guys got to come. East of DR. There you go, facts. It's ironic. I've never been to DR, but I've been to Haiti. One of my birthdays many years back, because my daughter's mom is, her blood is Haitian. Her parents are Haitian, obviously. So I visited Haiti many years back. But I haven't been to DR. Bitcoin is not going to 1.5 mil. The max end of 2025 will only hit 120. I'd be very shocked if we only hit 120,000 this year. But, your prediction is good. It's a prediction. I encourage more of you guys to create your own thoughts of where you feel the price will go. Obviously, I think we'll go a lot higher than that, but we shall soon see. I don't have a crystal ball, but I personally think 222 is a bear scenario. 420 is my base case, which I believe will be the most realistic scenario. And then I have 1.1, which is uber bullish if all the planets align. You feel me? No problem. Any color, thanks. Cheers, Thomas. I appreciate you, brother. And thank you again for being a member of the channel and supporting us. We appreciate you. Lived in St. Croix, USVI. Cheers, brother. And these are not, these are snapbacks, so they'll fit. And I like these caps because they fit our heads perfectly. Sergio picks the best caps to put these on. And you can see the custom embroidery. This is like legit as it gets. Super high quality. I love these caps. So again, shout out Sergio, bitcoincaps.net. We got these in white and black for all the guests. And he made me the one custom camo, which I love as well. But it's a different cap. This is like the mesh net in the back, where this is just a solid. But they're all dope. They both fit really well, by the way. And my apologies with not being able to deliver them at the party. They came literally like 3 or 4 days after. They supposed to have been delivered before the party, obviously, and USPS disappointed us. It's a year of planet alignment. Anything can happen. My man, I love it. JV, as soon as my villa in Punta Cana contract of accuracy opens up, I'm willing to let you use it. What? That means JV got a vacation destination on the beach. Let's go. So is that in DR? Just make sure I understand. Because I believe that. Is that the capital of DR, Punta Cana? I only wear hats backwards. How do they fit backwards? Hey now. They fit like a motherfucking gangster. But when you wear it backwards, you got to put the cigar in the mouth. I just bite it for the look. I don't light it. Quoting Mr. Smith. This was actually, this was Chandy's cigar from the box. I still got my box of cigars over there. But did any of you guys smoke your cigar? I know Thomas did. My brother smoked a few of them. He really enjoyed them. He said they were very smooth and very good. They fit people with long and short hair. Word up. But yeah, I really like these caps. They fit my head great. Like the Jordan caps are way too big and they hurt my ears because they're too big for my head. So Sergio caps is all I'll wear moving forward. I'm not rocking none of that Jordan shit no more. Well, good news. Might be an owner of 20 acres of land. Congratulations. We all had our fingers crossed for you yesterday there, Short Coin. Love to hear that. I'm calling 11 million with all the crazy news. I figured shooting for the moon. Yeah. Aim for the stars. If you land on the moon, you're still moonbound. I like the thinking. They are smooth. I'm going to buy one. Awesome, Bitstack P. You got a promo code? Those are from a local cigar shop here in Condado. Pick those up. I got the box here. I'll show you guys. Still got a few stogies left. I still haven't even smoked mine. But anyways, they were fun. I'm glad we had cigars. My daughter said I'm bald. I wasn't wearing a wig at the party. What? 96. Yeah, at least we're pumping. We'll probably flip back in the green before the end of the night. But nonetheless, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to end the stream. I'll be back tomorrow with an early stream because I got to pick up my daughter from school. Nippinator, you just eat? I hear him burping. Nippinator, come say hi. Show people you're still alive. Nippinator's still doing strong. New chairman of the SEC. We may get a Nippinator indicator. But I will be back tomorrow, family. It's going to be an early stream. My thinking is 12 p.m. Eastern, which is 1 p.m. my time. So hope to see you there. Make it a great day. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Bada boom, bada Bitcoin.
Bada boom, bada bang.